Пошел, не пошел. Пошел. Ну все, понеслась. Да.
Оповещение кинул.
Бля, в Дискорд надо накинуть еще.
Дискорд и группу ВК. Пожалуйста. Группу ВК для того, чтобы... Я говорю, я тебе просто вчера об этом говорил. Забери хотя бы мою аудиторию. для начала.
Да они не будут же смотреть этот.
Будут. Сейчас.
Нет. По просьбам не работать.
Дискорд?
Угу. Блять, а ВК вот мне сейчас вообще крайне неудобно будет
Ну,
кидать.
ты браузер, блядь, открой его.
У меня открыто.
ВК. Группа одна из чатиков. Все должно быть.
Мгм. Это вот эта компания, которая?
Да. New Life Story компания.
Так, все. Раскидал.
Написать лично не могу, извините, у меня телефон занят.
Что
Как?
написать?
Ничего.
Приходите.
Как запустишься, скажешь.
Я запустился
Уже?
уже.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
-1.
Написать.
Тихо! Так, а что мне надо сделать? А, куда? А, вот сюда идти.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what you can to tell us.
Так, окей, двоих. Дратути, спасибо. И тебя тоже с праздником. О, блядь, опять все лагать начало. Почему? Почему ты это так делаешь, игра? Говорит с Поппи, давай поговорим.
Did you hear those goblins? Ранрok and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her.
Да, стремится
She's
в
putting up
облебу.
quite the fight.
Not a
Ну,
fair
так.
one, though. Not with her tuned up like that.
Let's even her, shall we?
Профукал, да. 2 часика я постримил примерно. Да я хочу пройти уже до конца ее. А то игр куча уже.
Look, they've got a dragon egg.
А там кёрт
Had the
надо
deal from the
проходить.
looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Ну, блин, не знаю, может быть завтра сделаю, если успею. Мне завтра вечером немножко по делам надо, а потом, может быть, я запущусь.
Hello, Amora.
Яичко!
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
Так что, если что, завтра залетай.
Careful! That robber wanted dragon intact! I'm famished.
Stop that!
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Like a tortured dragon, do you?
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Defender. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Окей, что дальше делаем?
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Ух ты, нихуя, сколько
How
много.
nice of you, how nice of you.
Right there.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. You regret that. Defender.
Pathetic!
Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Defender. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Bombarda.
My young friend.
Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
Стоит. Меня.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Descendo. Flipendo.
Но не то.
Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Ой, сейчас им пизда будет. Походит красивично как.
Incendio. This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We're not helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Так, окей. Что там у нас по заданькам? А, это мне туда, да, надо?
Леха. Хоть один человек принесет, разобьи его сразу.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm
Потише можно, нет?
useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
А ну-ка, у меня есть что-нибудь? Где? Вот здесь.
I don't have anything for this at the moment.
Так, надо тебя покормить, да, теперь?
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Какой канал?
Тут.
Тот. Заебись, спасибо. Охуенно аргументировал.
Hello,
Ну,
Deke.
блядь, а где продолжение
Pleased to know
стрима?
that a little Thestral was born.
How
Да.
wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story. And now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Я что сейчас пацана кидают?
Ну... Пока хрен знает. Пока что-то выполняю.
Ты не взял еще ветку квестов на...
Нет, ничего не было.
Ну, у тебя же Круцо, по-моему, есть уже.
Ну, Крутся-то есть.
Так Круцо это первое...
Ну, я знаю, так он же должен, ты с ним встретиться должен.
А, ну это, скорее всего, после пары квестов.
Ну, да.
Давай сегодня Авату кидавру.
Смотрим. Да, трансфигурацию, да? Блядь, запутался. Ой, распутался.
Это же у тебя мантия пожирателя смерти, правильно?
Угу.
А как ты ее получил?
Предзаказ, потому что был.
За предзаказ. Мантия.
Угу.
А значит, у тебя есть то, что нету у большинства стримеров?
Не знаю.
А просто у многих нету мантии пожирателя смерти.
Может, не одевают они просто?
В инвентаре нету.
So this is the underground harbor. Revelio.
Опа, что-то есть непрочитанное.
Сундук. Сундук. А че не открыл? Я открыл. Он мне еще сундук.
Глубоко под внутренним двором виадука расположена пристань для лодок, на которых доставляют первокурсников через Черное озеро. Хогвартс. Окей. Будем знать.
Ты сейчас по сценарке гонишь?
Да?
Давай. Надо заканчивать просто прохождение Хогвартса, я думаю.
А, сука, ты ж сундук такой.
Ты сейчас в какой локации?
Хогвартс?
Это Хогвартс? Ой. Тебе же онлайн открыт, по-моему, да? Где же официал?
Ну, нет.
А,
Опять пис.
ты убери заклинание обычного, ну, телекинеза там какой-то хуйни. Поставь больше контроля и дамага.
У меня все сделано.
И вот у тебя, я знаешь, что заметил? Помнишь, что у тебя стоит заклинание, которое по площади бьет? Оно тебе нахуй не нужно, потому что ты чаще всего кастуешь издалека.
У меня все есть. Просто я это.
Не ты используешь?
Ну, у меня на нескольких этих.
А как ты на ручку переключаешь?
Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Курком?
Угу. Ну, курок и...
Revelio.
А вот эта энергия
Professor Weasley asked me to
возле
get
заклинаний,
something
она же
from that
качается
book.
с уровнем, получается?
There I have it.
То есть сначала же там две, по-моему, да, идут?
Там в навык.
Не, ну сначала же идет две,
Quiz.
по-моему. Два пункта, потом три, потом четыре, да, у тебя осталось?
Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid!
Вот
Just a
интересно
few
такая
questions,
тема.
and then I'll hand
А
over
ты
this
интересно
book.
такая
Let
сегодня
us
тебе
begin.
на стрим залетела.
Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snidget.
Correct!
Все.
The snicket was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard
Зачем,
named
Леха?
Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid
А
light?
это шапка тоже пожирателя смерти, или ты просто скид накинул?
Все там.
Просто вот это, у тебя же, по-моему, другая
Felix
шапочка
Felicis.
стоит, легендарная.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
И у тебя скины шмоток просто стоят.
Скины. Ну, они так и есть. Только скинами.
The Founder's relics.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of three
Ты меня
hoops in
заебал
Quidditch
вопросами
match,
засыпать. Ты
their
чё,
team is awarded
сука?
10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change
Удалила
species.
рыжая, да?
Ага.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The International Confederation of Wizards.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in
Здравствуйте, здравствуйте.
1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Peruvian Vipertooth.
Brilliant!
Хорошо.
Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around
Блять, а как
15
я
feet
откуда
in
должен
length,
знать это
it is
все?
also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the Three Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical
Ну ладно,
creature?
нету. На тут же не поиграешь, нет. О, волшебное существо в результате скрещения с углем. Ну, похуй.
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of
Вроде
invisibility,
есть же тоже на
those who
канале.
have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a letherfold?
Чем дальше? Какое заклинание смеркута? Киву.
The Patronus charm.
Well
А вот откуда я это все должен
The
знать?
only known survivor of a Letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
И на этом есть канал по мобле. Так, как-то закон... Так, Гэмп.
Gamp.
That's it! One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Переводится девиз Хогвартса. Качи спящего дракона.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct! In Latin,
Тут насчет
the
ссылки я не
Hogwarts
помню,
motto
по-моему,
is
есть.
Draco dormiens
Но
nunquam
это не точно.
titillamus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
Где оно? Есть в каналах? Или так? Так, модерку можно, но за денежку. Так, ладно, короче, что у нас дальше? Линия спор, ответ.
The rune spore.
That's right! According to Parcelmouths, each of the
Ими
rune's
усты.
four's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny's School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Где находится школа чародейства, волшебства или ремонии? На горе Ранрок. Ага.
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Надеюсь, что да. Дойдем до воды Кедавра сегодня. Но это не точно. Так, как называется мощное приворотное зелье? Амортенца.
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentra smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive. Such as dusty book covers, or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Давай,
Give me a
хорошо.
worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Надо исправить, значит. Так, кто убил Эмрика Злого на дуэли? Эдвард Эгоист.
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right. Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Как называется нарушение правил, при котором охотник все еще держит куфу? Пропихивание.
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is slang to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other
А чё
team's
это вообще мне
keeper
даст?
away from the goals so that a third
То, что
chaser
я
can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Bad luck.
Correct. Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Нимбус.
Mimbolus mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimbolus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The pepper-up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century
Еще не было
wizard?
цепочки квестов. Еще с этим надо же говорить перед квестами этими. Какой волшебник в 12 веке создал лекарство, которое легло в основу бодрящего зелья?
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Flora Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the pepper-up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
Тапочку.
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
North America.
That's right. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Сыр невезучий.
Luckless.
Correct! The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
Вот ты ж, блядь, заёба-то, а.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. Ah, it's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You should be pleased with your performance. Not many students would have done so well. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Книга трансфигурация среднего уровня. Эта книга непременно поможет студенту, который хочет заняться более сложными видами трансфигурации. Профессор Уизли часто рекомендует ее своим студентам с отличной успеваемостью в качестве
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Так, ладно, давай переместимся. А ёпт, как туда попасть-то? Давай, да. О, 6 просмотров, нифига себе. Да, будет. Через пару дней. Или завтра, или послезавтра, не знаю пока. Так, что мне еще надо пройти? Atomic Heart хочу сам поиграть, потому что вроде как прикольная игрушка. Начало уже было. Так, мне куда? Мне сюда. О, что-то есть. А, это наверху. Где? Где звенит? Вот где звенит. Прикольно, мне понравился. Оптимизация, кстати, лучше, чем в Хогвартсе. Не знаю почему, но выглядит получше. Страшно только, сука, эти роботы заебали. Этому проходу вполне подходит название проход. Плохое обращение с урожаем в 16 веке и цунами и смердящего сока, все это оставило прогорклый запах, который, похоже, не может вывести даже самое мощное очищающее заклинание. Так, а куда мне вниз, что ли, надо? Ну, атмосфера, да, классная. Я же говорю, игрушка зашла. Только эти напрягают робота. Так, бля, надо было вообще сюда. Где тут этот сундук? Я так найти не могу. Так. Бежим сюда. Можете ускорить. Давай ускорим. Да, скоро на днях будет продолжение. Потому что проходить все равно надо. Игрушка интересная. Очень атмосферная.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say,
да не
is
только
an
это помогает.
exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive.
Что-то обнова прилетела, еще хуже стало.
As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards.
Надо быстрее да проходите.
Or it could just be my eyesight.
Не мучиться. А то что-то как-то это... Да, сегодня только скачал.
Beautifully done.
Что вроде как говорили, что оптимизация будет налажена, ну что-то
You wanted to discuss my
не
progress so
дошло.
far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the room of requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities.
Говорю, странно. По настройкам все ставлю среднее. В атомике прям красотища. Лагов вроде как не было. А тут прям жопа жопная. Что ответить? Давай нет.
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Угу. Да, топ, на средних. Так, что мне надо сделать? А, мне же надо, получается, этот, да? Поменять и поставить... И что поставить? А, какая? А, вот она.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych.
Сейчас, кажется, будет.
Just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Кто знает гоблидук? Окей. Так, я предлагаю пойти к... Для начала... Блин, а давай тогда вот это пройдем. Пока что. Быть с Поппи. Так, коллекция. Что у нас в коллекциях опять? Новая. Где все? Блять, нет, не все. А, вот это мне не нравится. Ну, нельзя вот просто пролистать и все. Нет, надо, блять, выискивать, смотреть. Так, так, что у меня там в инвентаре нового? А что мне с этим делать? Очки талантов. Вот сейчас мне, наверное, скорее всего пригодится. Так, снаряжение. Перчатки. Ну, продать можно. Так, шляпа. Тоже продать можно. Тоже продать можно. Паров. Вообще, вот это, ну, прям не нравится. Так, ладно, перемещаемся. Мне надо локсмит. Так, ближайшая перемещалка. А, вот сюда сейчас переместимся и сразу передадим то, что не надо мне. Спасибо за лайк. Так, это продать. Блин, надо было в Хогвартсе, пока был. Что-то там закрытое. Мне интересно, почему они делают подсказку, что я могу ее поменять, а она не меняется. Спасибо за подписочку. Если что, дискордик в описании есть. Так, все, вот это продаем. И это продаем. И это тоже продаем. Это продаем. Это продаем. Это продаем. Это продаем. Тоже продаем. Тоже продаем. Тоже продаем. Это оставляем так. Можно вот купить. Лишнего не будет. Да, сыграем. Когда стримец будет, слетай. Так, мне поговорить с Поппи надо. О, они в что-то играют. Прикольно. Бежим, бежим, бежим. О, да здравствует лаги. Или нет?
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange,
Настрой
seemingly coming out of nowhere.
донатную комнату, так скажем, до конца. Увидишь.
Exactly.
Merlin,
Пока
I
не
don't
было
think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check.
идей,
And if we can find her,
что
we
можно
can
еще
return
написать.
her egg.
Так, ну... А чем мне ответить? Мне что недостаточно... Нет, давай, нужно
That's a good
проверить ее.
idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rukwood. Why is he after you?
Давай за
Rukwood is
Ранрока.
working with Ранрок, and Ранрok is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Окей, все что ли? И это все? И вот это я, вот это вот, да? Так, давай, следующий чеквестик у нас. Который маленький. Рядом с классом прорицаний. О, в школу, да, надо теперь? Давай в школу. Как-то Хогвартса. Переместимся. Скоро все узнаешь. Я говорю, комнату донатную до конца настрою. Все будет.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus. And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rukwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no. A person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Так, окей, что ты при этом чувствуешь?
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrok were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Так, окей, с тобой мы разобрались. Все, бежим дальше. Что там дальше у нас? Ну дальше, наверное, вот эти как раз таки... А куда мне там надо? Так, карта мира. Ух ты, ё, как далеко-то. А давай вот на сюда. И на метлиш полетим. Жалко то, что не сделали такую вещь, как типа характеристики, что ли, метлы. Можно там типа какой-нибудь мега быстрый купить, можно какой-нибудь еще. Так, ждать.
Anne is getting worse. If there's any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that had struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Это меня, да?
We must remain unseen.
Давай по-тихому пойдем.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
The area's still clear. Anyone who can.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Revelio.
Hello?
Съебываемся, съебываемся, съебываемся. Они... Куда-нибудь спрятаться надо.
Revelio.
Окей. Бля, как их дохуя.
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Тридцать 34 уровня даже. Хрена себе. Эх, ладно, была не была. Пиздиться все равно, да, придется.
Revelio.
Так, ладно, двоих минусанул. Еще одного надо вот этого. Пока он не дошел, быстрей! Быстрей! И вот этого. О, давай вот этого тоже пока отвлеченно. Что это делает? Все. Путь себе пока освободили. Так, сундучочки. Где-то еще один. Где еще один? А, вот он. Так, окей. Ну, куда дальше? Ух ты! Ух ты! Давай-ка. Минус.
All of Ranrok's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
Так, а куда мне? Ну, давай вниз пойдем. Раз ты меня туда ведешь.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I choose?
О, нихуя их там. Целое это.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
А как вы неудобно стоите-то все.
Revelio.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten. Hello? You're weak.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Confringo! Flipendo! Confringo! Flipendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
There's too many.
Expelliarmus!
I will make you.
Confringo!
Так, куда собирать? Все равно пиздиться пришлось. Так, а дальше куда мне? А, дальше мне. Так, сундук где-то есть.
Revelio.
Есть сундук, вот есть сундук. Кто там выживший?
As if you could best the likes of me.
Flipendo! Confringo!
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Silent as a grave.
На всякий случай. Пойдем прозрачненькими.
I've never seen a sword like.
Revelio. For better or for worse, we're in.
Только не поворачивайтесь. Отлично.
This mine looks like a tomb. Revelio.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Так, все, побежали.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Revelio.
А, я сохранить хотел. Это надо. Уже 50 часов я наиграл, охренеть. Вот это...
Too many.
Что там было?
They definitely think there's something here they want.
А я откуда знаю, когда? Я не знаю. Проходить тут надо. Я прохожу.
Revelio. Protego. Confringo.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Надеюсь, что скоро дадут. Ну, типа вот этот квест какой-то. Не то надо.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Revelio.
Да. Что-то есть. Секреточка какая-то. Не, блин. Всё низкого уровня дают.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Блин. Я продавать устану все. Опять. О.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio.
Какой-то. Найдите рунический символ. Так, окей. Мне надо сначала... А, вот, мне сюда... Надо прыгнуть, залезть. Тут что? Ну, тут посмотрим, что там. А, тут сундук. Опять говно дали. Давай. Ремонтировать будем. Блять, опять этот паук.
We've rid the world of another spider.
У
I
нас
shall sleep better
пауки.
tonight.
А, тут ничего нету. Окей. А, вот что-то есть. Это надо, это надо. Это надо. Мертвый гном.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrok's loyalists have all but declared war.
Lumos.
Ну, здесь хоть тут что-нибудь будет нормально лежать.
Lumos.
Так как... А, туда. Дальше, да, полезть? Да. Да чё мне все говно дают, а? Дайте мне нормально что-нибудь.
Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I
О,
not
там вот сейчас
surprised?
жопа будет, да? Надо сохраниться. Посотка.
Confringo.
Your acrobatics exposed the inevitable.
Confringo.
From another front, now! Little magistrates, once you struck me! You almost had a lucky shot!
Confringo.
This is almost too easy! How did you do that?
Bombarda.
Here's your finger!
We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting.
Expelliarmus.
Да блядь, чё столько много-то?
Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get this
Confringo.
You are terrible, Bombarda. Surely you can see that. That is.
Confringo. Defender.
We call that spellcasting. Pitiful. Truly. Impressed. Get away.
We certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
And we're much more fun to fight with.
Revelio.
Ну, сундук.
Arresto momentum. Confringo.
Так, это не сундук. Так.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Так, куда мне его надо засунуть? Не пойму пока. А, вот сюда. Нет.
Confringo.
Где-то еще одна должна быть. О, все открылось.
We should clear out the spiders. Always see a rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
Отлично открылась дверь. А, вот для чего ты была, да?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Так, ладно, пойдем туда. Дальше.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all.
Когда я очнулась, перед глазами все расплывалось, как долго я была без сознания. Помню лишь его глаза, пустой взгляд, пустой, потому что он уже не испытывал боли. А еще помню, как меня захлестнула эйфория, когда боль рассеялась, и потом все вокруг завертелось. Кажется, я ударилась головой, когда падал. Ни ушиба, ни ссадины нет, но в голове пульсирует боль. Надеюсь, это не черная смерть. Зато он больше не будет страдать.
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrok has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Morinweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrok. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Так. О, ништяк. Могу прям переместиться в нужное место.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
Ты чё?
Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
Давай, счастливо.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing.
Ну, пойдем.
Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely.
Revelio.
Good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be rolled sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Confringo!
I wonder how many they brought to catch.
Revelio!
At least 10 usually.
Мити, ты где? Я думал, ты присоединишься к нам на Борнео. Я знаю, что ты надеешься заработать на ринге, но настоящая золотая жила — это Акромантова. Я не представляю, сколько мы с Виолеттой заработали на днях. К тому же на Борнео весьма недурно. Скоро мы двинемся дальше, может быть, в Египет. Как же здорово, что мы больше не привязаны к одному месту. До скорой встречи, Ангус.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other. There she is again.
She's fantastic.
From a distance.
Надеюсь, мне с драконом пиздиться не придется.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon? Revelio.
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step.
Так, сейчас.
Pity. She must have
Revelio.
starved to pick off a grapple.
Or just raring for a fight.
Ну опять. Все минималка.
Quiet. What was that? Well, there's no turning back now.
Есть. Куда дальше?
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it.
Так, ты двухзарядная ж, да? Получается.
Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the next.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me.
Да по-любому нам тут не рады.
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that.
Ну, нифига, трехзарядная стала.
Get to that opening below her.
Ой, ты...
She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Reparo.
Why is every bridge here broken? Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Haunted Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I meet in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Угу.
How could I have been so blind?
Ништяк.
Good thing the Ministry banned underage sorcery. Come on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers. Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
Сколько я насобирал? Ну, это такая же, как у меня. Смысл? Ого. Блин, можно, конечно, купить, по сути. Тебе на 108, 99, 88, а у меня сколько?
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Так, надо сначала, конечно, это. Сейчас купишь, а она потом будет такая же, как которая есть. Так, переместимся. Так. Так, я, наверное, вот это поставлю. Блять, не то взял. Так, он замчеленку, да? Давай, он где-то здесь. Должно хватить, наверное.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Так, окей. Что дальше у нас по заданькам? Катакомбы. Где катакомбы? Ух ты ж, блядь, куда далеко мне идти?
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in the report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Ученическая задача про подземелье оказалась куда полезнее, чем можно было ожидать. Узнавать о своих предках очень занимательно, однако мне довелось наткнуться на весьма любопытную вещицу. За большим залом есть одно заброшенное место. Там среди раскуроченных саркофагов лежала странная реликвия. Сила, которой она обладает, поразила меня. Хотелось бы узнать о ней побольше, но, увы, оттуда ничего нельзя выносить.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Defender. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb, insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects. Confringo.
Leviosa. This room is taller than it looks.
Revelio. Leviosa.
Так.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant. I'd wager the sarcophagi can be opened.
Accio. Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Ну что? Ну, пойдем дальше.
Revelio. Confringo.
We've read the world of another spider.
Confringo. I shall see that. Bombarda. Defender. Repulsor. Revelio. Accio.
Я понял.
Confringo. Accio.
Так, а сюда что ведет? А, ну мне сюда, наверное, надо, а там какая-нибудь приколюшка, наверное, да, лежит?
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Ух ты ж, блядь, сколько попов.
Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb.
Confringo.
Catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems.
Revelio.
Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Да?
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar. Accio!
Стоило мне по глупости упомянуть реликвию в отчете, и мне велели оставить ее в покое. Я чту правила, но наука для меня важнее. В этой реликвии есть нечто особенное. Говорят, что у волшебников, которые выбрали палочки из дуба, сильная интуиция. Думаю, это правда. Мне удалось дождаться подходящего момента и наколдовать баррикады, заслонившие реликвию. Да простят меня предки за то, что материалом послужили их кости. Я намереваюсь к ней вернуться, но сперва мне предстоит освоить заклятие Империус. Говорят, она хорошо работает против врагов.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio! We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Lumos. Accio. I need to find a safe way across. Confringo! Accio! Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos.
И что мне сделать надо?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Lumos. Depulso. Lumos.
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Lumos.
Окей. Тут я понял, что мне надо делать.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa.
Надо еще, да, одну?
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized... The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Не сработает тогда.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio! That worked. Keep going. Confringo! Bombarda!
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Revelio.
Угу. Ну, значит, мне сюда.
Confringo. Imperial. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Confringo. Accio.
Угу.
Revelio. Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Так, нычка, это хорошо. Мгм. Больше ничего нету.
Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Confringo! Confringo! Finger! Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Imperial! Expelliarmus! Defender! Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus! For a moment there I thought that'd never end.
Да, ебали пауки.
Dead end. Love Revelio. All that for nothing. Hold on. Don't give up yet.
В реликвии сокрыта огромная сила, которую можно использовать во благо не только волшебников, но и всего мира. Но цена этого слишком велика. Необходима темная жертва. Не трогайте реликвию, пока мы не узнаем больше.
Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Accio! Revelio!
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on. Revelio.
Пропустил сундучок.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Что-то я куда-то не туда пришел, да? Угу. Где выход? Тут что ли? Так, голова чешется.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
А че я не могу летать?
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
You can't stop us. Why don't you come up here Let's get it. Bombarda.
Arrest those momentum idiots. Confringo! Defendo!
Keep out the way!
Nowhere to go! Flipendo! We have to fight! Confringo! Defendo! Confringo!
Uncle! To the right! Got him! Confringo!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
Бля, чё ж все так лагает?
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrok's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Nice. Ну, давай. Давай сюда переместимся.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Centaurs aren't known for being the friendliest lot. Especially not with wizard kind, and not right now.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and when I was at second thought, she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Окей. Стой, пока я здесь. Надо это открыть, что там есть. Так, все, теперь можно. Потом, правда, не будет сходить.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue power.
I haven't slept well for ages.
Oh, have fun and slide! You must try it!
Как ты далеко?
Hello there. Hello, old mate. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lord Gok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Угу. Бля, а шахта это ж там пиздец, да, где? Угу. Там я еще не смотрел.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
One never knows when.
Nice to see you again.
Likewise. What can I help you with today?
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Полетели.
This looks intriguing. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrok with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrok. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrok's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrok sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrok recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrok care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrok was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrok knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrok. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
What are Amit and I to do again?
Remain.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your...
Revelio.
Lovely to see you both.
Так, ладно.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
The door is looking at us.
Склониться надо.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I'll be quiet.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
Revelio.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Revelio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Such arrogance.
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine. Revelio.
Humans to battle. I'll take them all. Run the other way when they see me, humans do. Every time. Watch your step round here. Matter of time till Ranrok sees it twice. Down! Rather what a human. I wonder.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Clever.
We're being watched by a door.
Ну, тут ничего нету. А, ну это типа просто, да, так. Ладно, пойдем.
Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
if I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Well, not like I'd fall out now. Lucky if I fit in one now.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around. Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Revelio.
Так, окей. А, что-то есть. Что-то есть.
Revelio.
Угу. Так, значит, нам сюда.
Revelio.
You ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Lumos. Confringo. Bombarda.
You won't get away with that.
Imperial.
Not quite. I will not be made a fool of.
Unforgivable.
Crucial. Confringo. Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Так, о, что-то лежит.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Так, значит, нам дальше. Ну, пойдем дальше. А куда мне? А, сюда.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio.
Ё, да? Больше тут ничего нету.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis. Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
Who's there?
Revelio.
What am I doing here? This patrol is flat. I know I learned something that time. I must be going mad. There's nobody here but me. Is somebody there? Enjoy suffering, do you?
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
Так, что-то опять зажечь, да, надо?
Revelio.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see. This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgott what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio. Hello, Amora. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Ура. Мне кажется, сейчас, конечно, замес какой-нибудь. Но это не точно.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrok must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. we parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio. I hope Professor...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Descendo.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Descendo. Repulsor.
Merlin himself would be proud. I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Где еще?
after all, Merlin. Seems a pleasant enough little place. Nice to see you again.
Likewise.
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Так, а что там с метлой у нас?
Hogsmeade, here I come.
House elves are wicked kind.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to... You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
А, на автомат стоят, что ли? Ух, нифига себе. Так, не, давайте это в следующий раз мы будем проходить. Здесь мы остановимся. Ой. Ладно, ребятки, всем спасибо за просмотр, за лайки. Всем счастливо, всем пока.